Happy Tuesday. We got a huge 16 game slate for you. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we got more baseball, baby. That's right. It is Tuesday, August 8th. We got some help for your research. We got some best bets. I love talking some baseball, so let's get into it. Yesterday was a weird day. We'll get into the bets recap. It was a 1-1 day. A rain out kind of ruined 1 1/3 of our bets, but still an okay day. Hopefully you guys didn't lose too much money. It was kind of a weird Monday. How about Spencer Strider getting lit up by the Pirates? This is why I hate betting Pirates games because you just never know when they're going to play well or not. So luckily I stayed away from that, and the Braves lost to Beto and the Pirates. Weird. And then how about the Mets, the tanking Mets beating the Red Hot Cubs 11-2. That was pretty strange too. So anyways, just a weird day overall, like a typical Monday, but we have 16 games for you. That's right. The full 15 games, and then we have a doubleheader between the Nationals and the Phillies, which is the game that kind of ruined our bets, unfortunately. But real quick, we had great movie Monday answers, guys. I mean, that was a lot of fun to read all the quotes. I was laughing. Some of the quotes that I should have easily put on there, but if you build it, they will come from Field of Dreams. That's obvious. That's a great quote. Maybe the most iconic baseball quote of all time. Or "You're killing me, Smalls." I said that as a kid growing up a lot from that movie. So a few ones. "Don't think it can only hurt the club" from Crash Davis. Bull Durham, one of the best baseball movies out there. So there was a lot. If you haven't seen Trouble with the Curve, that is a good movie. We had someone mention that one too. "Anyone who uses computers doesn't know a damn thing about this game." Grumpy old Clint Eastwood. That quote did not age very well though. But anyways, thanks for the answers. That was a lot of fun. We'll do it again next Monday. So in this video, we got good hitter matchups. We have good pitcher strikeout matchups, the pitcher report, and the best bets. For those of you that watch daily, you know what to expect. So here we go. Let's get it started. But before we do, smash that like button, leave a comment below. Thank you guys, all you guys that are commenting every day. It really helps our channel grow. It helps these videos be seen by more people. So thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are on our way to 6,000 subscribers. All right, let's go. Bets recap time. There it is, 1-1. Postponed. Someone, I forgot the name now. Someone in the comments called it though. She just said, "Hey, watch out for the weather." And you know what? Everything I saw didn't look like it was going to be postponed, but I was wrong, and it did. So that is nothing. That is a push. And then Royals money line, 2-2 tie in the ninth. Me and Ryan were sweating that out, and then the Red Sox hit a walk off grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You know what? When you got a plus 166 bet, you're tied in the ninth. It's not terrible, but unfortunately they didn't pull it out. So luckily we didn't take Royals plus 1.5. That would have been a heartbreaking loss. But anyways, Castellanos was a did not play because the game got canceled. So we ended up having just a two-teamer or a two-player. Yelich, Garcia, 1+ at each. It cashed. Another nice hitter parlay. We didn't get the full 1.67 units on that one, but it was a smaller win, just a little under a unit on that because Castellanos. So anyways, it was pretty much an even day, 1-1, 199 and 192, up 1.78 units. Let's get some winners. All right, before we do, we got to talk about those matchups, and it starts with the good hitter matchups. All right, let's talk some bats. We have 14 good hitter matchups for August 8th. Gotta love it, but you know what that means. We got to go to the big page. Here we go. Pull that up. Let's go. We got Castellanos and Schwarber are on here twice. It is not on accident or a mistake or anything like that. It is a doubleheader, and they both hit both pitchers pretty well, Trevor Williams and Josiah Gray. So the only thing I'd be careful is with doubleheaders is, some of these players don't play in game two or sometimes game one. So just be sure to look out for that. Or when you put in your bet, make sure you're putting it in for the right game. So, anyways, we got all the usual matchups again with Philly. They're playing Williams. We already had those yesterday in the matchups. Other than that, we got some decent matchups for Colorado too. In the bottom right, we got 6 for 14 with Diaz and 5 for 9 with Jurix and Profar, and then Candelario, who's been swinging it really well, 6 for 15 versus Carrasco. So those are some pretty good matchups. Castellanos has 3 bombs versus Josiah Gray and a couple bombs versus Trevor Williams. So he should have a good day overall if he's in your fantasy team. But yeah, other than that, those are the matchups. Not too shabby. Take a screenshot. Go get some winners. That's what I love to hear. Just parlay all of them. What do you think? Get like plus a million and get a winner. That'd be pretty sweet. But I'm just joking, by the way. Don't do that. All right, those are the good hitter matchups, and now it's time for the good pitcher strikeout matchups. All right, it's time to talk some arms. We have three good pitcher strikeout matchups for you today, and it starts out with the lefty Braxton Garrett of the Marlins facing the Reds. Reds, eighth highest K percentage versus lefties in the last 30 days at 24.9%. Garrett, 122 Ks in 111 innings. He had 8 Ks versus the Reds back on May 14th this year. Next one, Lucas Giolito of the Angels versus the Giants. Giants, eighth highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 25.3%. Giolito 138 Ks in 130 innings. And then we finish it with Mad Max Scherzer versus the A's. A's seventh highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days, 25.8. And then Scherzer 130 Ks and 113.2 innings. He has 7+ strikeouts in 8 of his last 9 starts. So even though it seems like he's washed up a little bit or just not the same guy, he's still striking out a lot of people at his age. Very, very impressive. So those are the best pitcher strikeout matchups. And now it's time for the pitcher report. All right, we got 16 games on the slate today. Here are the first 8 matchups on the pitcher report. As you can see, the first 2 games are game one and game two. Yesterday or 2 days ago on Monday, we were going to have Williams versus Suarez, but that changed. Now it's Williams versus Zach Wheeler and Josiah Gray versus Ranger Suarez. So that's the doubleheader matchup. We got some interesting matchups today. We got Framber Valdez coming off the no hitter again, going up against the Baltimore Orioles and the rookie Grayson Rodriguez. That should be a fun matchup to watch. Chirinos versus Keller. Chirinos hasn't been that good, and Keller's really been struggling lately too. I know he has a 4 expected ERA, but a lot of that was just from the first month or two of the season when he was good. So, good one in Detroit. We got Sonny Gray and Eduardo Rodriguez, two guys that have been pretty good this year, that's for sure. And then some other good ones. Eflin's been pretty good at home, going up against Mikolas. So yeah, those are the good ones. Singer, Crawford's whatever, but Cutter Crawford's kind of been sneaky good lately if you've been following Boston Red Sox games. So, anyways, those are the first 8 matchups. Let's talk the next 8. We got Tyon and Carrasco. Back in the day, that's like an over 100, but Tyon's been pitching a lot better. Carrasco is hot garbage. I mean, it is just not pretty. 6.23 expected ERA. Just ugly stuff right there. Speaking of ugly, how about Freeland and Wade Miley? 14.6% K rate and 17.5% K rate. That is just not pretty. And then we got Brandon Fat going up against the Dodgers with his 6.87 expected ERA. That can't be good at all. Logan Gilbert, Mariners, baby. Mariners are sneaking up on people, even myself. I did not see this coming, but they are very close to a playoff spot right now. So watch out, Toronto, that's for sure. Other than that, Mad Max going against Oakland, as we know. Yeah, we got some decent matchups. Toronto doesn't have Bo Bichette again, just a reminder, and they're going up against Tanner Bybee and the Guardians, who will be without Jose Ramirez, who's suspended, I think, 3 games for throwing some blows with Tim Anderson. So, anyways, those are the last 8 matchups. Take a screenshot. Hope this helps you get some winners. And now it is time, baby, for those best bets. Game one takes us out to Pittsburgh. We got the Pirates hosting the Braves. Braves money line minus 154. Pirates money line plus 130 with an over under of 9.5 runs. My best bet in this game, we are back in the good offense, baby. Braves team total over 5.5 at plus 104. Let's get into the matchup. Mitch Keller takes the mound for the Pirates. Remember him? He is an actual all-star for the Pirates. That just goes to show you, just to be an all-star, all you need to do is have one good half of baseball, and it has to be the first half. He has been horrendous lately, guys. 6.28 ERA in the month of July. 24 earned runs given up in his last 21.2 innings. Also, how about 7 home runs given up in the last 21.2 innings? He gave up in his last 4 starts. He faced the Guardians and the Brewers in 2 of those. In both of those starts, he gave up 8 runs. 8 runs, just him, in the 4 or 5 innings he pitched. That is insane. Also behind him is a bad Pirates bullpen, and then we got the Braves offense. We know what we're getting there, guys. Top 5 in all major categories versus righties in the last 30 days. Number 1 in ISO power. With a guy like Keller who's given up a ton of hits, ton of home runs. I like almost any Braves hitter to get a double, a home run, whatever it is. I see a lot of home runs in the Braves' future. So give me the Braves offense to score 6+. They may get this before they face that bad Pirates bullpen. So I like it. I thought it'd be 6.5 with the way Keller's been pitching, but I would gladly take 5.5 at plus money. So that is bet number 1. Let's move on to game number 2. All right, game number 2 takes us out to Milwaukee. We got the Rockies at the Brewers. Brewers money line minus 215, and the Rockies money line plus 180 with an over under of 8.5 runs. Speaking of that over under, my best bet in this game is the over 8.5 runs at minus 110. Kyle Freeland takes the mound, guys. I just love fading bad pitchers, if you can't tell. Freeland has been absolutely horrendous on the road, also. 5.33 ERA, and overall this season, a 14.6% K rate. That is well below average. Like, well below average. 10.4 hits per 9 innings, guys. It's just not pretty. The Brewers' offense, this is what might surprise you. They have the sixth best WRC plus versus lefties in the last 30 days. How about the fourth best OPS and the sixth best batting average? They're hitting lefties. It's crazy. They're actually hitting lefties lately. So let's ride the hot hand or hot bats with Milwaukee. On the other side, Wade Miley, the lefty for the Brewers. He's due for some negative regression, as you saw in the pitcher report earlier. 3.01 ERA, 4.35 expected ERA. He's been pretty decent this year, obviously, as a 3 ERA, but I mean, he's a 17.5% K rate, too, guys. He's well below average. So there's going to be a lot of bats on balls in this game, and I think 8.5 is just too low. I really do. I thought it would be 9.5 with Kyle Freeland on the mound. Rockies offense. I'm not going to sit here and say they're great. They're not. They're not great versus lefties. I think they're going to be able to get a few runs off Miley. He's nothing special. Like I said, doesn't miss a lot of bats. You still got McMahon and some good hitters there for the Rockies. So you know what? I almost took the Brewers team total. If you can't tell by how I'm saying this, you guys might even ask it in the comments. Why didn't you? It's at 4.5 at almost minus 140. I just couldn't do it, guys. If it was minus maybe 110, closer to standard juice, I would definitely think about taking that Brewers team total, but it's inching towards being at 5 here pretty soon. So 8.5 gives us a couple more options to get there. Give me the over 8.5 in this game as my second best bet of the day. And now it's time for the hitter parlay. All right, let's stay hot with another hitter parlay win, and we got two lefties today: Matty Olson and Cody, the man, the Jabbo Hall of Famer Bellinger, minus 108 on DraftKings. Matt Olson 1+ hit, guys. He's hitting 368 in the last 7 days. You saw yesterday or on the Monday video, the hitters on fire page. He's just been on an absolute tear. He has 4 home runs in his last 7 days. That's just crazy. How about 1+ hit in 11 of his last 12 games? And he now faces Mitch Keller. We just talked about Mitch Keller. Just hits wise, guys, I got to mention this. Mitch Keller, 34 hits given up in his last 21.2 innings. 34. I mean, we're getting pretty close to 2 hits an inning. It's that bad. So I love Matt Olson to get 1+ hit. I almost took him over 1.5 bases. You could take him on a home run prop. I think he's doing something special. So next one, Cody Bellinger. My goodness, I have to go back and check, but I think he's hit like 5 of 6 when we bet on him, or 4 or 5. He's just been unbelievable. 1+ hit in 19 of his last 21 games, and these books keep throwing his odds too low. They really do. You have worse hitters out there that are over 1.5 hits on DraftKings. This guy continues to be over a half a hit at decent odds too, below minus 250. So how about hitting 444 in the last 7 days? Is that good enough for you? Facing Carlos Carrasco. Carlos, batting practice Carrasco. My goodness, guys. 6.6 ERA, as you saw. 10.9 hits. So pretty much 11 hits per 9 innings. That is in the 10th percentile of starting pitchers. Needless to say, it's just not pretty. I am fading Mitch Keller a couple times now. Carlos Carrasco. Give me Matt Olson, Bellinger, 1+ hit each at the great value of minus 108. Those are our 3 best bets. I think I'm going to add another one later. We got a lot of games, a lot going on. I didn't get all the player props out yet, but those are the 3 bets for tonight. Let's take a look at that bets recap page. There it is. Braves team total over 5.5, over 8.5 between the Rockies and Brewers. And we got the two lefties, Matty Olson and Cody Bellinger, 1+ hit each at minus 108. There it is, baby. Let's get some winners. Let's have a winning Tuesday. I want a 3-0 sweep. I really do. I need that sweep. Mentally, I just need it. So let's get it. Good luck with all your bets on Tuesday. I did mention before we have an NFC preview video coming out with future bets, fantasy breakout players, all that kind of stuff. That will be coming out later this week. So stay tuned for that. But thank you guys. Have a great Tuesday. We'll talk to you later.